We're going to be doing Genshin. There's Discord. But what we're going to be doing, some character stories. Hopefully more than one. Give me a second. Controller's caught in a thing. I had riding on a pole to, so she didn't do any idle animations or talking. But I think first up is Xiao, which I did run into these people off stream at some point. I can't even remember what the context was. I think I killed some sort of like Hilly Charles or Billy Charles. I don't know. Let's talk to him and see what's up.
Hello.
Sorry.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Sorry.
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the Adepti. Think nothing of it. One certainly doesn't. Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection it seems that we have not met.
Somebody's clapping in my right ear. I actually don't like that. Stop clapping. Stop clapping. I think this dude's pretending to be Xiao. We're following the trail of the Adepti.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
Then it is right that our paths coincide. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit
that clapping in my right ear is actually bothering me. I'm gonna take my right earphone off.
Tell me that which you wish for.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti.
Now it's my left ear.
Are not the
Ass
stars
cheeks.
loftier
They're
than the
just
mountains,
they're
clouds,
twerking
and
off
moon?
stream or off
Yet
screen.
It is unbecoming of an Adepti
And
to
now I know
boast
who's
of one's
responsible.
powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
Can you stop clapping, dude?
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power truly hails from the divine. I believe that now there is finally some hope for my ailing father.
Tell me about the Master of Stars.
Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. A true Adeptus, no doubt about it. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell you. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Could have also been because there was mistflower in it, though. Adepti
Sorry, were you
medicine is
talking?
surely the most
Go on.
potent. My father will recover soon. I just know it.
I'm done.
Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek
How do you
help from
like
an
it?
Adeptus
Just
like the
clapping in his
Master of
face. Specifically
Stars.
right in his right ear.
Antiques as offerings. But my father's life is worth much more than a few old relics, right?
Oh no, please don't start again. Okay,
The
good.
Monolith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around, do they?
They don't really need to do shit, either. What do you know about the Master of Stars?
I'm a merchant, and I had an especially valuable batch of goods that needed transporting recently. So I asked the Master of Stars if he would make the journey with me, as presumptuous as that was. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. We didn't have the slightest bit of trouble the whole
Make sure he's not
journey.
clapping.
It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of an Adeptus is a monumental affair. Just look at the rite of dissension. So I can accept it, but I doubt that most from outside of Liyue would be willing to.
I saw a squirrel in the distance.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose.
What are your thoughts on the Master of Stars?
Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day.
Up and left or upped and left? I think it's like up and left.
But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise.
What?
I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking trick. I'm certain of it.
I don't think...
I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him, I wouldn't be getting my fiancé back, in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
Wow. Scam artist. I mean, you're already taking money from these people, but then, like, this woman has her husband missing, and, like, you have her burning photos of her husband and giving you wedding budget? You bitch.
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little, but they speak from the heart.
From their imaginations, I'd say.
Surely you jest. There was once a senior adeptus, Xie Wu Liang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this: all things are connected. That which mortals call imagination is merely the bridge betwixt the spiritual and the material. In other words, their wishes are already on the path of transitioning into reality. Does this make things clearer?
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that their wishes can come true, right?
Indeed. You are perceptive, my diminutive friend.
You know how I know this guy isn't an Adeptus? Not because I know who the real Schnar Snatcher, Snarf! The real Star Snatcher is, or, it's his clothes. Any important character in this game, like an Adeptus, they have a crazy fucking outfit. Either himbo or bimbo-esque. Or dilf or milf or whatever the fuck. You don't look like you're not putting on any sort of airs. You just look like a normal dude from this region wearing a mask. And that's why I doubt you, my friend.
Okay. So we also have one other question.
Oh? You need but ask.
Why do you wear a mask? Go on, take it off. Let me see.
Hey, isn't that a bit inappropriate?
Indeed. It would be inappropriate for one to remove one's mask. One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's visage to avoid further disturbance to this realm than is necessary.
You say inappropriate, I say convenient.
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes?
Take your mask off. I want to know where my sibling is.
One senses that a tragic tale lies behind this wish. So be it. This wish is not beyond one's power to grant, but first, one must see some proof of your faith.
Oh, so we gotta get scammed first.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them. Should you fail to perceive one's hidden meaning, then regrettably, one may lend you no aid.
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all.
I think he wants us to sweeten the deal.
Oh, that's right. Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty sum for the Adeptus' help, didn't they? Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and we don't have anything valuable enough on us. You don't even have a vision.
I don't think people put visions up for sale.
Hey, resist the temptation of good food. Can they?
No one who shares your values for sure.
Yep, a tasty snack is sure to work.
Reminds me of those people who are psychic and they give random names. I'm thinking of a duh. Starts with a like a Tom. Tom, yes. I'm seeing a Tom. He was your bruh uncle best friend. Best friend, yes. That's where the buh was coming in. Yes. Tom was your best friend. Yes, he's speaking to me now. He's saying, "Give me $50."
Why don't we head over to Wanwen Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes in?
Scam artists. Sounds like a NFT. Would you like to purchase an ape from your dead friend, Tom? I've actually made an NFT based on your dead friend, Tom, in advance, because I'm psychic, you know. And it looks like what your friend's ghost. This is how he appears in the afterlife. He's an ape, and he's wearing these sunglasses, and he's sticking his tongue out, and he's got like a shirt, just a regular shirt, and that's going to be 300 Ethereum, please.
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here, and keep the change.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again.
Coincidence? Or adept incidence? It's Star Snatcher.
Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti? Well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself?
Perhaps he's a narcissist? I always found him fishy.
Really? What's so fishy about him?
He's a charlatan, if you ask me.
So, what you're trying to say is that he can't grant people's wishes? Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can use.
Do you notice that, like, Paimon doesn't sound like a fucking squeaky toy on helium? No running, shouting, folly, noise-making, dirty hands, or dog-earing books. Pay first, read later.
Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian
I thought you made that joke up until I saw the game. The adept incidents? Oh my god. Yeah, it's weird. This is an early character quest, I think, which is why I think she, like, flanderized herself as time went on.
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that desk over there.
Got it.
This is the one! Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times,
Oh.
Liyue was a land of misery.
Zhang
where
Li.
the shadow of evil loomed large.
He's narrating.
As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives.
Where are the other Yakshas? Who are those
Eons
other
of
four?
bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear,
Oh.
turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
We're sure making Zhao out to be a fucking main character. I turn around, Zhongli's been reading over my shoulder the whole time. Nice book, isn't it?
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there anything that stood out to you?
About the sole surviving Yaksha.
So, there used to be 5 main Yakshas, but supposedly only one of them is still alive today.
Actually, we've only got 3 confirmed deaths. Deaths. One disappeared, so that's possibly a character later on. But Zhao would be the last one.
Do you think that it could have anything to do with that Star Snatcher guy? No, surely not. He doesn't exactly give off the impression that he's been suffering for thousands of years.
Yeah, about demons.
The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations. All of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, wait a second! Paimon wonders if... Do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about?
About karma.
The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, became bound by karma. Poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror, rage, or agony. It's so tragic. After everything they went through in all their years of protecting Liyue, they got no reward and had to deal with so much suffering instead.
Nothing else I can think of.
Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly trolls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right? Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the truth shine through in its full glory.
So we're playing detective now, are we?
To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a real Adeptus. His exorcism technique seemed real enough at least. But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. So it makes sense to investigate thoroughly first, just to be sure. Alright, let's head back to Wangshu Inn.
So is Zhao Zhongli's son? Or is he somebody that Zhongli gave powers to? He says he's summoned. I'm wondering if it's like what that actually means. I suppose we'll find out. Hopefully. Oh, look, a couple of regular fucking hilichurls. Wonder if you'll be able to handle him, Mr. Demon Slayer.
Flee at my command, foul demons! Flee! Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh, looks like Star Snatcher's in trouble. And there are innocent bystanders here too. We have to step in.
I just want to see him cower for a little longer. Like 5 seconds. Okay. Hey guys.
This is order. Stabilize.
This is what God looks like.
I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
I like her eyes.
Sigil of Permission,
He's just like,
huh?
mm-hmm.
Now why does that sound familiar?
Ah, yes, the get out of Julian free card.
Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces
What
of
do you
their
think?
power. No
Do you like
wonder
my
he was
swimming?
able to scare those monsters away earlier.
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning that one's adeptal power is not in full flow. Were one but given another opportunity...
Well, as it happens, there goes another bunch of evil hilly churls over there. Should we leave them to you then?
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers. Otherwise, one would surely purge these infernal beings at once.
So you were just bragging after all. We were right to be suspicious. Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight and hunt them down.
Interesting that Traveler is actually written out here and not, like, Chrono replaced with Traveler. Wait, what do you think about this?
It's not like the Master of Stars to fail an exorcism. Perhaps he isn't feeling well today?
Perhaps. What about you?
I can't believe that the Master of Stars wasn't powerful enough to defeat those Hilichurls.
Uh-huh. And you?
What happened there? A good thing we had you around, huh?
Yep. One person who acknowledges that I fucking helped. Zhongli's like, yeah, I'll drop a meteor on him. I'll just become full.
Decided by destiny. There is no escape.
Oh, look who it is. Somebody with a character design. Father?
It's you. I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic. It would appear that I have caused you some trouble.
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. What's going on? But you are exorcising demons. How is that causing trouble?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean...
So Xiao is the final Yaksha?
Yeah! Paimon remembers that Xiao is also called the Vigilant Yaksha, isn't he? So that means... Oh... Poor Xiao!
Gonna cry in front of him about it. We read about your past in a book.
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence, so we shall part ways here.
Wait! Take us with you! We'll be a big help! Paimon promises!
No need. I am used to fighting alone. And in any case, these mutations originated from me to begin with.
Well then... Oh! Consider it Paimon's penance for being accidentally rude just now. Please?
Hearing the word fanfiction being spoken is jarring. Yeah, the fact that he, just called it fanfiction. is interesting.
Well, come on then.
I do remember.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma? Oh, it's that conqueror of demons again.
What?
No wonder. Paimon was just wondering who could have made such short work of these hilly churls. Let's see what a real Adeptus has to say about all this.
I was gonna say Zhao has a soft spot for the Traveler because there was that part where like we needed to summon him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, just speak my name and I'll show up." And then Paimon was shouting his name and he didn't show up. But then the second the Traveler shouted his name, he showed up like 2 seconds later. He's like, "You called?" He was like there right away. Anything to say? I actually can't talk to these. Okay. I just wanted to see if he would have any words. Oops, excuse me. It's weird, I interrupted Paimon's dialogue by walking away from this.
Finish your preparations, and we shall enter. We should not leave those monsters be for too long.
Zhao is a traveler simp. And it shouldn't be too difficult. And we'll also have Zhao in the party, I'm assuming. So an extra person to throw out skills and bursts.
Ooh, this place gives Paimon goosebumps.
I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve this place of its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods.
Quest-specific effect. As a result of the buildup of divine karma in the area, Zhao will have Bane of All Evil permanently activated and will constantly lose HP. Additionally, the effects of that divine karma will allow Zhao to regenerate HP when he deals damage to opponents. He's the only one in the party, so I need to fucking book it to enemies and deal damage, like, now. His, like, speed is boost. He's, like, gliding fast.
Useless.
Good lord. Yet another polearm user.
Useless.
Seems like he does the Hu Tao thing where every bit of damage he does is like
Bane of all
Animo.
evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon's just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time too.
Star Snatcher. I am aware of
Oh,
no
wait.
Adeptus by such a name.
Jump is like effect too.
So he is a fraud.
Oh!
We'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
That's what his thing is. And this is permanent in this fucking... He's got permanent burst right now, which gives him increased jump. Yep, now I remember. I tested out Zhao at a previous banner. He's good. But I need to get fucking moving. Pardon me.
Worthless. Useless. Boring.
This is what you do when you burst with him. You just jump up,
Worthless.
plunge, and you max out his plunge damage with his talents and shit like that.
Worthless. Useless.
Who's doing this?
Worthless. Boring.
He does a lot of
It
damage.
is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Star Snatcher you speak of, what is the situation?
Ooh, Paimon will tell you.
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
Like Paimon.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes, Xiao?
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti who grants people's wishes is probably more appealing to people nowadays.
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke without thinking again. Oh, one more thing. That fake Adeptus has a sigil of permission. It's what he uses to exorcise demons.
Wait, truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating them. It is no wonder they have been congregating here. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
I think I'd also like to teach him a lesson.
Great minds think alike! Paimon agrees. We've got to show that trickster what you get for trying to fool us. And it just so happens that we've got a real Adeptus with us too. If Xiao were to teach Star Snatcher a lesson, you can bet he'll never dare to pose as an Adeptus ever again.
No. I only slay demons. I do not kill mortals.
I'm not asking you to kill him.
Who said anything about killing him?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his wicked ways. I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is normally used to separate the soul from the body, that one might cultivate oneself in a waking dream. But it can also be used to call forth the spirits of others.
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
Similar to gifting dreams and visions?
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer, 7 lamps, and something to reduce the temperature.
Reduce the temperature.
Water? No.
Oh, some mist flowers will probably do, right? But as for the censer and the 7 lamps, probably not the kinds of things they're gonna just stumble across in the wild.
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the southern face of Mount Tianheng? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. You should still be able to find some ceremonial items there. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will teach you how to use this art.
Okay. veil here.
The spirit soars the mountains high, while the body rests as the world goes by.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
We'd like to borrow a censer and some lamps.
Well, I'll be. Isn't that something?
Are you just...
A pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer the tools of worship for their own ends.
we know it's rude to ask, but we just need them for a short while. Honest.
For the Dream Trawler ritual, I trust.
How'd you know that?
I have been in the shrine for far longer than you would expect. Perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness, I have been endowed with some understanding of the adepti arts.
Wow. Paimon's never heard of that happening before.
It matters not. Take what you need. It is a fortuitous thing that these items may be of service to you. They served little purpose here, in any case.
Something on your mind? Yeah. Well, thanks then.
You are quite welcome. Please, take what you wish.
I guess I could have pushed him for...
This sensor should be fine, right?
This thing's huge.
At least it isn't as run down as the shrine.
You return to the vicinity of the temple after transferring the
So
sensors.
next, we just need to grab the 7 star lamps, right? The sooner we start, the sooner we'll be done.
I don't know. I'm not, I guess we transported it at some point. Somehow. But I don't know. We poofed it away. I got those bird eggs. Wait a minute. Earlier on, I was told to use, like, elemental sight to track down the hilly trail. I think it just, like, it was on the map.
Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy before we leave, shall we?
I had completely forgot that I was asked to do that because it was just on the map. Yeah, where Zhao was.
Where'd he go? He was right here.
It was just on the map.
I had presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and simply be on your way.
It's that guy's voice. Hello? Where are you?
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. What you witnessed earlier was an illusion, created by the adepti art known as mortal lingering. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and sensor used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible to you.
You're...
It is not untrue to say this. The line between adepti and ghosts is a fine one indeed. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Yet my strength failed, and I was slain in battle. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue, and so I took the liberty of performing this ritual here. That aside, you were sent here by the Conqueror of Demons, were you not?
So, you two know each other then?
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy burden of his karma. Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such tremendous suffering. I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your life for Liyue, didn't you?
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the Conqueror of Demons must bear, death seems to me to have been the easy way out. A selfish indulgence, even.
I apologize. Birthdays are joyful occasions, but by the same token, it is hard not to be melancholy on the anniversary of one's death. The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two, and please pass on my regards to the conqueror of demons.
We will.
If only I could taste some authentic grilled tickerfish once more. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil.
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. Paimon really hopes that at least someone will remember Pervases the Yaksha. We should get going. But let's come back here and make an offering sometime.
Well, geez, that's heavy. Yeah. I guess he was one of the 5 that, good old Zhang Li made into Yakshas and ended up dying. But he got one last wish to, like, see modern Liyue. I'll feed his soulfish. Don't overfeed him. He'll die again. Ooh, food! Ooh, food! Ooh. Oh, this boy sure is a long walk.
Have you gathered the items for the ritual? This sensor and these lamps. Their designs are flawless. Almost as if they were made specifically for use in the Adepti arts. Where did you come by them?
Yeah, whoops. Could we have found a different one and not, like, undid this dude's ritual? We got him from the Yaksha named Pervases.
Oh, and, he says hi.
Pervases. Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something Pervases might do. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. I hope that its present state will allow him to rest in peace. Well then, let us begin preparing for the ritual. Place the censer in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once this is done, we shall proceed. Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation, incantation, and loosing an arrow.
Seems like a real rigmarole.
Xiao sounds so dang edgy. He reminds me of a specific voice in a specific anime, and I can't... trying to remember.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of
That-
study by
never mind.
Adepti. Do not dismiss their mystical workings as rigmarole.
He sounds like, Zuko from Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit to be sundered from one's flesh permanently.
Stop talking. Paimon's sorry.
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our hearts. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts, and to focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice. Devayaksha, bring forth sin! Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly.
Understood.
If you have no other questions, let us begin.
I need to put somebody with a fucking bow in my party, so give me a sec. Sorry, Bennett. I'll put Diona.
Neat.
Incense?
Then we meditate. Ugh. Paimon really doesn't want to think about that fraud.
Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Devayaksha, bring forth sin!
Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire one arrow each at the glowing parts, right? We finished the ritual! And we followed all the instructions to the letter.
Close enough. Leave the rest to me. You two get ready to greet him.
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless.
You summon your spirit forth with an Adepti Art. Guess what? You're already dead.
Dead? Impossible. One was just lying in peaceful repose at Wangshu Inn.
Zhao's voice actress voiced Persephone in Hades? Are we talking about the same person? Oh, so a girl is voicing Zhao? Persephone in Hades. Wow. Good range, first of all. Good range. And Persephone in Hades. Which one was that again? Oh, man. I'm going to need a visual aid here. Give me a sec. Persephone, Hades, game... Oh, the mom. Okay. Wow. Good range.
Wait. That must be it. Of course it must. As expected of an Adeptus such as oneself. One must indeed be in a dream.
There's no helping this guy, is there?
Oh, you're not dreaming.
Huh? What is the meaning of this? Do you truly think that one will permit such insolence in one's own dreams?
Alright, time to take him down a peg.
Really?
Stabilize! Such impertinence. Where are one's followers when one needs them?
You're about to die.
Stop it! Stop it! Ow!
She just fucking disintegrated him.
Please stop.
He disappeared.
I surrender.
She just executed him with the Muso no Hitotachi. So are we still going to do this one self song and dance?
No, never again. You almost killed me.
Surprised I didn't.
Oh, how did I ever have the misfortune to meet you two? Please, Great Adepti, spare my life. I won't do this ever again, I swear it.
We did call your spirit here, but we're not Adepti. He, however, is.
You deceive the masses with quackery. Masquerade as an Adeptus. Exorcise demons without exterminating them. And display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the infernal into their lives, there is no redemption.
You're...
Quackery.
Seems like Xiao's got him scared stiff.
Oh, Great Adeptus. Might I ask your name?
He's the conqueror of demons.
It really is you. It's truly you. Never in my life did I imagine that I might meet the conqueror of demons, the vigilant Yaksha himself.
You know about Xiao?
Of course. My grandfather was a folklorist. I learned the tales of the conqueror of demons at his knee. To this day, I am an avid collector of books concerning the Yakshas. But ever since I discovered a sigil of permission while rummaging through my grandfather's personal effects, at first, I was just imitating the Adepti for fun. But slowly, I began to stray further and further from the righteous path.
Huh. So to sum you up, you're Xiao's biggest fan?
You still scammed a bunch of people.
Yes. Thank you both for allowing me to witness the conqueror of demons in the flesh. It's like a dream come true.
Like, took away from, like, a marriage fund?
That wasn't quite our intention.
Please allow me to swear this oath before the great conqueror of demons. I swear to turn away from evil, to live an honest life, and to never again stain the name of the Adepti.
I will remember your oath. Now go.
Thank you. 1,000 thanks for your forgiveness, and for all that you have done for Leah.
He seemed very earnest when he was making that oath there. Guess he won't be tricking anyone anymore. Oh, wait. We haven't gotten the Sigil of Permission back yet. Let's head over to Wangshu Inn first thing tomorrow and look for him.
I mean, if he does start to, we'll just shank him, right? Just stab in the gut. You also get Bennett back in the party. Diona is shield overkill on top of Zhongli's. Don't imagine we'll need that much. Don't say epic. Gotta be epic.
Hey there, boss. Star Snatcher's staying here, right?
Star Snatcher. You mean the false Adeptus who wore a mask? He signed in here under the name Wang Ping An.
That's a really normal name.
He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo pilgrimage. Ah, yes. He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy, should they come asking for him.
Talking fairy? Who's that?
You're the talking fairy, Paimon.
Well, anyway, you must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
How strange that he would leave a letter for us. Is this the final attempt to fool us, maybe?
It's a very well-placed bowl here, so we don't have to see me holding nothing. We're actually holding a letter. Trust us. Hello, cat.
Come on, open it. Paimon's curious. Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets.
By the time you read this letter, I will have embarked upon my journey of self-improvement. I regret that I cannot apologize to the two of you in person, but I hope that you will forgive me. Since the Conqueror of Demons appeared to me in a dream, I have not slept. My nights have been spent thinking about how I may fulfill my vow. Not only have I deceived you two, but I have also exploited the hopes and dreams of my believers. People in dire straits oft become weak, thirsting blindly after something to believe in. With my lies, I brought them false salvation. While their true desires grew further and farther away, I know in the long-gone era, the desires of mankind were not as complicated as they once now have become. Conqueror of Demons shouldered the desires of Li Wei's people as he contended with demons. Wearing his mask, he concealed the weakness brought by human desire. As a false Adeptus, I am one who always wears a mask. A true Adeptus only needs wear it when facing demons. I wear a mask to hide the evil that has corrupted my heart. If I wear a mask to hide the evil that has corrupted my heart, then the Conqueror of Demons wears a mask to hide the part of him that is human. And yet he wears the face of a demon king only that he might subdue all demons. Once I had realized all this, I became deeply aware of my own ugliness, and I understood what it truly means to be an Adeptus. I set off on a journey over hill and river, strengthening my body and spirit, not because I harbor any hope of fully atoning before my sins. I do it only to earn the right to be counted among the believers of the Adepti. I have already asked someone in my turn to return the money I cheated others of. A few goods remain in my possession, but they are of no use to me on my journey of self-improvement. Please take them. Please take the sigil of permission that my grandfather left me as well. I'm no longer worthy of it. I wish that you will be granted with that which you desire. Maybe we meet again. Wang Pinggan, a sinner. Yeah, a fucking essay. Thanks for the fucking light novel.
Along with... Woohoo! The Sigil of Permission!
Couldn't have been about the harem that Raiden Shogun wants to make.
Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time.
This is all thanks to Xiao.
Yeah.
Xiao.
Anyway, let's go take the Sigil of Permission to Xiao, shall we?
Wait, lower? Oh, he's here.
Ah, there you are. We got the sigil of permission back. Do you want to take it?
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled tickerfish.
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you immediately.
Huh. No almond tofu this time? Well, that's not like Xiao.
Tickerfish was Pervasi's favorite dish. I just wanted to see how it tastes.
Huh.
Sentimental.
By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil. Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
Who closed the damn window? There's leaves coming in. Oh my god, what's glitching in the background? I'm distracted on all fronts. And I think there's a fire to the left. We'll leave you be then.
And so, Detective Paimon and the trusty traveler solved the case and quietly slipped away.
I keep having like leaves come in right in front of the camera. And I'm thinking like the game's glitching out, but it's just... Where are these leaves coming from? What's going on? What? Wait, what? They're just spawning? It's just the effects of the tree, but they're like... They're just going through the roof. Gotcha. Hang on a sec. I was gonna do a thing, and now I've gone and forgotten what I was gonna do. Well, that took about an hour, almost on the dot. It's been an hour and 1 minute. Xiao seems a bit lost in his memories. Best we don't disturb him. Don't want to talk to your papa? That's fine. Well, that was his. Next is to continue with the next Zhongli quest. More of the daddy. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, just needed to make sure that the frames are still good. That's literally what I was like, oh, I need to do something. I guess I'll just go. The daddy dragon. I really want his alt outfit. Give me a sec. If I can pull this up. What I'm thinking about. I guess somebody did a mock-up and posted it to Reddit, but this is
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There's a lot of fan art in this specific outfit. I'd like this as an alt outfit for him. Be really good. I especially like the hood and the glowy arms, the dark stuff going on. Give me his Rex Lapis outfit. That's basically what I want. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Boats are made for transferring.
Oh, you're talking about boats again. Stop.
And those that
Stop.
come across Leo stay. So it is where many things.
My God, I couldn't stop him. He's surrounded by boats, and yes, he must talk about the boats. It doesn't fit his personality. It might fit the Rex Lapis bit. I mean, they use it in the cutscenes, like what he was wearing back when he was, when he was just all powerful, sort of thing. I think it'd just be a cool outfit to have.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
This is Sungwon. I can already tell.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive!
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo-woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else! Do you think we're not up to the job?
Steady, Paimon. Paimon, you're getting competitive again.
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul in Teyvat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think you found Teyvat's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Teyvat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours.
You must be talking about... Perfect. I was planning to ask him a few questions.
Ha-ha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here. We'll go fetch him. Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Oh wait, I found him. He's right here. Excuse me?
Quake! Hey, who's that skulking around?
All tasks have been handed.
Who's that skulking around? It was me. My freaking immersion is broken, bro. What if they actually said, like, you can't use Zhongli in this quest? Uninstall. Refund. For everything you spent. Wait a minute. Listening to storytellers in this area? Oh, right, over here. Okay. There's 2 Zhonglis!
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are!
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We have a special task.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
That would be something they would do, but I'm glad they haven't.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Yeah, if they like, "No, you're not allowed to have Zhongli during this quest. At all. Ever. It'll break your immersion too much. Anyway, let's interrupt this quest by telling you to do another one.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
Mm-hmm. Just wants to one-up him.
See. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Stop being so modest, Zhongli. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
We got him. We've merged with Zhongli. I was about to put up a pillar.
Uncle Dai, we're back!
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Huh?
This is Zhongli, a consultant from the funeral parlor.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli, I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
So that's what you were planning.
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
She's a fangirl.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
That was the game that jumped for a second. It wasn't the stream.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kun-jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them.
You saw a dude looking at rocks on the side of the road and said, "Yeah, let's pick him up."
I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
Pick him up.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within.
What makes this one so special?
Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
They're talking about geodes?
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli said so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship.
Get Zhongli for the next archaeology Germa stream. Help him crack open geodes.
Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Please flaunt it, Zhongli. Are we still talking about rocks? There really should be a teleport at this mine. I feel like there's a lack of teleports specifically right here. Everything's sort of like equidistant, but there's like nothing near here. There's usually like a teleport somewhere along near a wall across the entire map. For the most part. I feel like there should be a teleport right around here. Here. Definitely here. Just in that area alone, but I mean they could add more teleports in the future. Why not? I suppose the point is to make you traverse a little bit, but it just ends up being find a high place and glide to it. Don't you want to see the pretty gliders that you unlocked? I guess. I'm definitely more motivated to get the final glider for doing all the missions in Liyue, or in Inazuma, so I can get this for riding the purple Inazuma glider. Definitely want to get that. It's actually, I don't even think that's the final level, but it is pretty far along. I'll get some rocks while I'm here.
Right.
Did somebody just make a pillar of my rocks? I wonder if this quest will make this area not overrun by hilichurls and treasure hoarders in the future, because this area is typically... Oh, there they are. Never mind. Yeah, this is my question. They just are within earshot of these things at all times. Hello, you.
Solidify.
Shadows of fate. There is no escape. Let's light it up.
That was the game.
Shine down.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Written in the stars. Illusion shattered.
There you are. I did adjust artifacts that I had on Miss Raiden Shogun, so I don't think my crit rate is as high anymore. I think it was like 46% chance to crit, but I changed it so it's down to 17. That's still like a 1 in 5 chance, almost. But her attack is way higher. I think it was 1800, now it's 2,300. So she's just pretty strong by default, and I won't need to rely on crit.
There is no escape.
Crumble!
Crumble. Quake.
Quake!
Rise. Is that what he's gonna say next?
Crumble!
Now it's crumble again. That's fine. I didn't say it. Alright, whatever.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished.
Never knew that instantly broke rocks. Yeah, the just the tap can break the rocks, but if you're wanting to get a wide area, you hold it down. And it does, the wide area one does more damage. But sometimes you don't need it. It's just a single rock.
I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around.
Sorry, Paimon.
Over here.
The objective was like 5 feet away.
A pile of shirts, some trousers.
Huh. A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct.
Maybe they didn't need them?
Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
You think someone kidnapped them?
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Is he talking to rocks?
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of Or.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that Or contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Observe stone. It looks like some sort of core lapis. It was able to record the information we needed. A curious stone indeed.
Quake!
It's not real. Sorry to break it to you, but it's not real, otherwise it would have burst.
Stabilize!
Or perhaps it's the strongest stone ever. My god. We must flee. Flee from the stone.
Stabilize!
Let me try something. Yeah, they work. Got those new animated emotes.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men.
Flexing on me with your god powers. No, it's just apparently you don't have to sub to yourself in order to use your own emotes. So, they're just there.
I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished.
I think another idea for an emote might be something related to Nightbot hydration. Like a little robot taking a drink. I'm sure it's not. You know what? That's probably not even original.
Maybe I'm next.
It could even just be this thing, me taking a sip. Perhaps.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. Found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
You're back. How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
A miner kidnapping a miners?
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit.
Need help?
You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
Bye.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kun-jun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
This hilly churl in the background is bugging me a little bit. Flaunting his being alive. Excuse me, sir?
Illusion shattered!
This is order.
Everybody stand back! Fate is upon you! Let me scribe!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Stabilize.
Okay. I feel like this area is more of a hilichurl camp than a mine, but... Peh!
Kun-jun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall?
Never heard of it.
Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a look.
I'm just keeping an eye on that slime down there, because I think I'm looking at a low poly model, wondering when it actually changes into a high quality. How close do you have to be? There. Low poly. Oh, actually, there it is. There. Oh, wow, it's like changing a couple times. It's weird. Because that's very smooth. And then it's like, it's a little jagged. And then it becomes more jagged. It's almost like it has three different models. That might be why this game sort of like seems smoother. Because even at a distance, like there's two like areas of like, it's not as jarring. It doesn't go from like Mario 64 to PS4. Excuse me.
Let's light it up!
Stabilize!
Delve into death!
That's how models should be handled. I really didn't notice it until like I was in that cutscene and I saw the slime in the background. I was like, hey, that looks like a jagged slime. I don't think I've ever noticed a jagged slime in this game. Pokemon Legends Arceus did it poorly. Yeah, very poorly, yeah. There's definitely better ways to go about it. This game has more power at its disposal because you could play it on PC. I'm wondering how good it looks on mobile, but I think it still looks pretty good on mobile, which is comparable to the fucking Switch, which is a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing.
There are tracks here.
There's a basket of rocks.
These must have been left by the miners.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
I suppose the downside to having a whole extra model to render during the mid distance situations is that it takes up more space, disc-wise. I don't need to fight these guys.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
Oh, the one time I turn on Elemental Sight and it's not there. It doesn't matter, it's on the map. Is this thing gonna come alive?
Order guide you. Gather.
Decided by destiny. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Damn. Get fucked, I guess.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Fate is upon you.
This is order.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Didn't have quite the same setup, but still, and yeah, like, Raiden Shogun's burst is almost back, and she just used it. And everybody has their burst again. It's just a battery that keeps charging itself.
Hi there. Have you seen anyone dressed like a miner around here?
As long as you don't waste it.
A miner? I'm afraid not.
Let's try someone else.
Sorry, you sound like you had a voice filter.
My legs don't work like they used to. Guess my age is catching up with me.
Or just a strange sounding voice. Kind of like Dib in Invader Zim. That voice actor sounds like he's talking through like a filter.
Hello. Have you seen any miners nearby? About this tall? 4 of them?
What are you doing playing Genshin, Zim?
Stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm cloud watching?
I will get Raiden, Shogun. Just watch me.
Jeez, a little grumpy, aren't we? Whatever. Let's go ask someone else.
I'm going in.
I will have order. Gather.
Decided by destiny. Shadows of illusion shattered.
Well,
Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh, well. Accidentally wasted. Just wanted to see the animations for once. Since they only pop up during the burst. Didn't get a chance to recharge because I used it without needing to.
Hey there. Seen any miners?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them.
Yeah, that's them.
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated. Traversing the geography of Lingju Pass must have held them up.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
Huh. This child. Did you see what they look like?
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
Thinking Chi-Chi is involved.
And they took this road?
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them.
Excuse me? Oh, y'all wanted to pick a fight.
Delves into death. There is no escape.
stay right there. Let's end this quickly. Solidified.
Shadows of fate. Shine down.
I'll wait to kill him. Especially with this water dude over here healing.
Written in the stars. Delve into.
This is order. Gather.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
This is proud. My duty. will have order. Solidify.
Fate is upon you. Let me scrap. Torn to oblivion.
Take care of this guy over here first. So I'm finding that dealing with electro dudes is a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Teamwork is grim, decided by destiny.
This is order. Stabilize.
There is no escape.
I suppose that's to be expected. If I had somebody with ice on the team, that would definitely change that. So maybe the last person in the party should be ice. Or maybe have an ice healer instead of Bennett. I've heard Chi-Chi's a good healer. She uses just a sword. So maybe Kazuha and Chi-Chi?
Stabilize.
Take cover. Delve into destiny. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
That's really cool, like, spike animation she does. I've never done that before when she's in burst. Gonna need to get a closer look at that somehow.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
How many more character stories am I gonna be doing? Let's see here. Because other than this, we have Kokomi and Raiden's second quest. What does this require? Spring grass renewing. Warrior streams like spring grass renewing. Okay, so in order to unlock Ito, I need to do Kokomi. So I could do Kokomi and then unlock Ito. What does this require? This requires... So Yae Miko's requires Raiden Part 2, and Ito requires Kokomi. So maybe Kokomi? And then we could do the last three on another night? I mean, what time is it right now? 9? I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
I will have order.
Oops, that was out of order. Speaking of order.
Everybody stand back. Fate is upon you. Let me scribe. Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Jeez, deleted. I love Raiden so much. It's great.
So aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me.
She started a thunderstorm.
My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue's Shangyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Archaeologist.
Huh? You sure you're not a miner?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4 strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
I think I saw those people.
Really?
If I get struck by lightning during this cutscene, I'm going to lose it.
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. A few men and a child.
Can you be a bit more specific?
I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like. Apologies.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you all for your help.
According to to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantiamun.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close to Paimon. But...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Sorry, look away. There's lightning behind us.
Aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon!
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
I have been attacked mid-cutscene by enemies. So I would not be surprised if I got struck by lightning. I know when Raiden Shogun first came out, I remember somebody, like, they pulled her, and they were just, like, posing on top of one of those floating rocks in Inazuma. But it was still while the lightning storm was, like, at full force. And they were, like, they got struck by lightning on top of the floating rock, and they just fell for, like, 10 straight seconds and died from the fall. It was like, yeah, Raiden, you got Raiden Shogun, but you still got fucking smote by the real one.
It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
I can't remember. I think I saw it on Twitter.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction a long time ago.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot of fun.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual. We have encountered many clues along the way. So far, they've pointed us in the right direction. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road. If their destination is indeed Nantianmen, we should be able to catch up with them.
Great! No time to lose!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here, it should guide him to us.
Clever thinking! A classic Zhongli move!
Rise!
Nope. This rock is no different from ordinary core lapis, and yet Kunjun was able to see memory through it. It's thanks to this sort of rock that we were able to find some clues. Thank the rock! Oh, I can teleport over there. I want to just, see what this guy's about. Hello?
This is order. Stabilize.
Get out of here! Take cover! Delve into death. Illusion shattered. Teamwork is dreamwork. Get out of here! Written in the stars. Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Where'd you go? Oh, you dick. Sometimes I just want to test it out.
Get out of here! There is no escape. Everybody stand back!
I will have order. Gather.
Fate is upon you. Shine down.
Don't be a killjoy.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Looks like I
Shadows of fate.
Ow.
There is no escape. Well done. I'm going in. Let me scribe. Cook this through.
Nice. I actually am enjoying the gameplay that Raiden brings. I'm so used to the Hu Tao gameplay. It's just refreshing to have a different DPS at work. That's less risky, also.
Hey, over here on the ground. Is this one of the missing people?
She is more squishy than Hu Tao, though. She's like half as much health.
There's a basket lying here too. This must be one of the miners.
Hey, hello? Can you hear us?
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Should we wake him up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
He looks like he's trying to stand up.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move.
He's been brainwashed by somebody. So just fire over here. Give me a sec. These actually are used for potions. I found out. I was like, what the fuck are they using these things? I have so many of them. I don't use them for anything. They're used to like boost fire attack and fire defense. So if that ever comes up, I would like them.
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
How did he get so exhausted?
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
Strange.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these ore fragments? I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped and then abandoned here. But if they didn't need him, why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that led him to fall behind.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have something for you.
What is it? Ooh, is it a present?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifting. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track down these clues by myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare. One for each of you. A memory, if you will.
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
Looks expensive.
But of course, take it. And this one is for Mr. Zhongli. Huh? Is something wrong? Not to your liking?
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current circumstances. But thank you. I will take good care of it.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
You sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
He'll be okay on his own, right?
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here.
You can have a camp out with Zhongli?
However, there is something I wanted to discuss with you.
Is it about he gave us some really pure rocks so that maybe he can know what we talk about when he's not around?
Huh? What's with the seriousness all of a sudden?
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
No.
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for? What's so special about it?
Alone with the Dragon? I played that visual novel.
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased, these geological remnants were miraculously preserved. And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. A few hundred years ago, they were virtually mined into obscurity. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore that has long since vanished from the earth?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird. Paimon doesn't get it.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are unclear even unto himself, it's practically unheard of.
Perhaps he has ulterior motives?
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We still have more investigation ahead. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Dai. If he does find the camp, he'll know what to do.
I saw you lay down. You were listening that whole time. Like.
Kunjun, we need to get going.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment.
Is there a pattern to it?
Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense. It is the same for people.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
I thought I saw something happen over here. There's just two foul. Like a bird died over here for some reason. I saw something like poof, and I thought something like splashed in the water. Yeah, a bird just fucking. Maybe the bird landed in the water and died because the game just like water is instant death for everything but the traveler until they run out of stamina.
Wow. such an immense tree.
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there, too. Amazing!
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section.
Sure.
All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
How does a stone tablet not seem interesting?
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh! This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about.
Did you see anything?
Not yet.
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look?
You sure there will be clues in the tree?
If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there.
You think so?
When has Paimon ever come up with a bad idea?
Wait
a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here. Paimon will...
All of you, come here.
Huh? Zhongli's voice came from behind the tree. Did he find another clue?
Paimon was actually about to use her flying to help?
Quick, let's go see. Maybe he found another miner.
Oh, I can fly. Let me just get a good look from above. Life endures in heaven and earth thanks to the merciful Adeptus. On this site lies an evil dragon. Please do not disturb it. Evil dragon?
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Nice cake. You know what? I forget, because I'm looking up with the camera. I forget that I'm just like giving everybody a butt shot whenever I look up with the camera in this game.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel? Someone else go first.
Compose yourselves. I will lead us in.
They do that dithering thing for the characters specifically so you don't like get a too good of a look. They'd have to increase the rating otherwise, I think.
There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. Prepare yourselves and tread lightly.
Nope, we got mocap.
Huh?
This is...
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Huh? That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal, there's...
Jesus Christ, the grunting needs to take it easy.
What do we do? We can't hurt them.
Uh-oh. It wasn't Chi-Chi. for voice acting for the Traveler for once. Is this going to be a boss? Oh my god. Hello.
What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Crumble! I will have order. Solidify!
Fate is upon you. Delved into destiny. There is no escape.
Godzilla ass music.
This one's not enough. You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Stabilize!
Shadows of fate. Huh? Everybody stand back! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hey, you can't say crumble, I say crumble.
Order guide you.
Be crushed.
Decided by destiny. Delves into... Let's light it up!
Morax, you think you can destroy me?
How have I not seen anything on this dude?
Solidify!
Take cover! Shadows of fate. Teamwork is dreamwork! Torn to oblivion!
Fisher!
I will have order.
Fate is upon you. Out of the way! Everybody stand back!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Shine down!
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ishtar. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Ishtar.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ishtar. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage.
Then, which one is the real Ajdaha?
Forgive me for concealing the truth, Traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ajdaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ajdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ajdaha.
So there are two Ashdahs?
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax, and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion is the world's greatest destroyer of memories.
Erosion?
Erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm, why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold suffering to us. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion, but it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you.
Jesus.
And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ajdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No. No!
I am the remnants of Ajdaha's benevolence, the echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further, a willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
No, no! It is I, Ajdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans at the sides. I will not swear allegiance to this insect.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the Earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity.
This is giving me Loki finale vibes. There's like all this build up and a thing happens and they talk for like 10 minutes.
All powers under heaven rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent. And up in the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace. Even where it will never fall again.
Said he was going to disappear.
No, that isn't true. I don't accept this as fate.
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe.
I just want a sexy date with Zhongli.
The little girl vanished.
Well, we'll just have to get MiHoYo to do a dating sim with all their characters. Eroded?
Are you satisfied, Ajdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajdaha. This, I will remember this.
Genshin dating game, I'd be all over that. I think a lot of people would. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think a lot of the conversations you have with them in your teapot, they're basically on the edge of saying like, oh, I like you best of all. You're my favorite person in the world, more or less, for like 90% of them.
Your power is nearly spent.
Perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
It's not enough, damn it. Yeah, I'm saying like obviously they want to like do that sort of thing. Why not just take it a step further? In a completely different game, of course. As to leave this game intact, and if anything is tainted, it's a different game. Like, Dead or Alive is still a fun fighting game, but Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball exists. You know?
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
So does this shield need to be here anymore?
Quake!
Yeah, just extra measure.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners.
Yep.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Sadly, we found no trace of the other three. Huh? Young Kun, what is...
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those 3 miners are over there, in that cave.
That's not what they read.
What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Right. Well, thank you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can. I'll be back soon. I need to assess their condition.
So I wonder if this event is similar to the...
We should be calling you Ajdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
the Shinhua event where you fight the water hydra, and that like became an event in the game where you like could fight it multiple times. I wonder if this Ajdaha was like an event at some point and you get to fight it multiple times and get a reward, because it feels like that it might be what this game does, especially with people who have character stories with a boss involved.
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kun Jun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
Barely feels like it's about Zhongli. I guess it's more about it's a god that Morax interacted with way back in the day. And that was his other story too, the Salt God. Like his stories are about like gods that he sealed away or had interactions with way back when and sort of encountering their stories.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ajdaha, I am no longer the Geo-Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I won't be awoken a second time.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate, They will be waiting for you.
I noticed he like looked down and like just sort of had to. You could see his eyes moving, like he was thinking when he told him he was going to be doomed to a lonely existence.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm, did you hesitate?
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend, god of contracts, I hereby honor our agreement.
Thank you, Ashtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
He's on the ground. The real Kunju?
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only asleep.
Whoa. That was so weird. It was like he suddenly became another person.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun.
But what about Ashtaha? He was a great friend of yours.
He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ashtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes. Quicker than words could tell, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a
His
spear
tail
brought
is like
billowing
a flowery
dust.
tree.
The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Hoodie man, gimme. Seems there's more to say with those left behind.
1,000 years ago, Ejdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground.
Paimon seems to be smooth and not losing weird intermittent frames, I think. Seems fine. So maybe that update fixed it.
During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ejdaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah, because when I updated the capture card software, and I'm hoping that just improves everything in the future. But it seems that the stream's running fine. And I also restarted the computer again, because it needed to update again. Hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon again.
Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he. And in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me. Towards Liyue. Towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away. But as the erosion set in, he forgot.
Have you also been affected by erosion?
Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire.
Is that what you chose to step down as the Geo Archon?
Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured.
Just done too many sad things?
People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Hold on. I want to ask you something.
Oh? About what?
About my brother.
Oh yeah, Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for.
My sibling.
Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Oh, he's made a fairy promise or some shit.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejdaha? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And kept my silence.
How can you be like that?
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
I believe you.
Would you be ready to find out?
Perhaps.
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages past, many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, abandoned.
So is this tree the dragon's tail? Or like a representation of it, I wonder? Like the blue tip, like the blue flowers?
But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember will remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.
To be continued.
This tablet was erected by Mountain Shaper. It names Ashtaha as a terrible dragon, and serves as a warning for later generations to stay away from this place, from the seal. It's a shame. There is a fine line between good and evil. If the good and evil within him could be summarized in a single sentence... Well, never mind.
You gaze quietly at Zhongli as he stands beneath the tree. Zhongli says nothing more. Amidst the quiet, only the soft sound of the wind can be heard. Time seems to transform into an invisible river, trickling away. Wow, the fucking scene direction by the text here. What the fuck is going on? A fleeting moment, 1,000 years in the mortal world. The rocks feel it, and so too does the earth and the gods. Wow. That was interesting. I think that some of that dialogue could have been trimmed down. Yeah, that one took a little longer, maybe because it was a part 2 quest. Maybe those take a little longer than the part 1s. What time is it? 10 o'clock? So this will unlock this. This will unlock this. Well, I have enough keys to buy these two and not worry about it. And until they introduce more character story events, that'll be that for the game. But we have plenty of hangout events. A lot. I think this is where we'll stop for this stream, and then next time... So we did 2 today, right? We did Zhao and Zhongli. What the... Oh, I'm just stupid. I was like, kept going to character thinking it was this. But next time we can do Kokomi and Ito. And then after that I can do Bryden and Yai Miko. I think 2 per stream is probably a good amount. Meanwhile, the hangout streams might be a stream apiece because of how long they are. They're like 2 hours and change apiece. And Noelle has 2 for some reason. She's the only one with a sequel. Anyway, I'm going to stop for now. That was fun. It's nice to get a little more lore and background on some of the people or gods and dragons that Zhongli's interacted with. I'm glad I got him.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Okay, thanks, Zhongli, for the kind of grim thing. I'm going to stop the stream. Thanks for coming, thanks for watching. If you're watching this in the future, hey, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.